Happy today. I am William Brown. I am WilliamBrown.com. This is Happy Today Morning Reflections. I don't know if you can hear, but it's raining outside. And so I wanted to come outside and kind of enjoy the sounds of the rain. It's a nice, cool morning. It's like I woke up, um, I guess, on time, a little bit before my alarm. It's always great to be up when the alarm goes off. Um, but but I decided, to kind of stay and kind of be with that. So I am going to pick the cards live. Hmm. I am purpose. I am purpose. Uh, you are grateful. Yeah, I think grateful. You're grateful. Um, has come up a couple times this week, and be you, do you, for you. I think that also came up um, another time this week. So I mentioned before that I apologize. I should probably put in the descriptions. I apologize for uh, any way my nasal drip shows up in the morning. I didn't realize how phlegmy I am in the morning, so I apologize for that. Um, I don't know if it's the rain or just how I woke up today, but there's this calmness. So, many times when I think of purpose, there's um, there's this drive, there's this action to be doing something, right? To be moving forward, to actively doing my purpose instead of being my purpose. And and so I think I'm going to take on for today, um, purposeful actions, purpose, purposeful being. Um, and so where I am is uh, is purposeful. What I'm doing. So yeah. So that's that. Grateful. Just kind of really um, really active in that to make sure that gratitude and gratefulness shows up today, and um, you know, yeah. The word on one word conversations today is zest. Zest is the word. I That was a word that that was recommended. I asked my guests to. Um, it's like I'll pick a word, or they can recommend a word, and if they recommend a word, and I find it intriguing, or trying to see what I think of that, I'll go with it. And zest is that word. I did a recording um, yesterday, and so there's a word that was picked that I'll just tell you right now, and I just butchered. I just When he recommended it and I put it up there, I was like, yeah, let's do that, but I'm probably going to butcher it, and then I'm probably not going to say it at all, because it's like fool me once, right? Fool me. do it twice, and it's like, yeah, I'm not just going to do it. I, I'll talk, I'll use it in the context of what it means, but I won't say the word anymore. So um, that it was a very heady conversation. I don't know why that's coming up for me today, right now, within this. I guess because I'm reflecting on the morning. So yeah, I am. I have a number of calls today to sell some books, sell some service. I need to just stay in action, stay in purposeful, kind of doing some things. I'm grateful that I have the opportunity um, to do some things. I'll start some coaching, um, that I'm going to start doing. Um, yeah, there is still a number of workout, the cleaning or putting things into place. Don't Tuesday. I don't a lot, but it feels like I still have things that are like not in a place. I think there is. Um, I think there's just going to come down to donations. I'm just going to have to donate it. Doesn't make sense, but it's going to donate it and just kind of go with it and kind of go from there. So um, it's like I'm not going to do it today because it's raining outside, but no, just the inconvenience of that. So um, yeah. So Zest, we're going to look at Zest today at 11. So that's going to be fun. Um, the one thing about my guest, I I can't remember how to pronounce her name, but about 6 years ago, I met her. She was one of the first meetings at the Good Life Project. So she's like the anchor to me being a part of that community. So that is going to be fun to kind of do that. So I think I'm still getting used to being in a new place. Um, uh, just kind of setting that up. There's this unsettling of uh, of the of how how I'm doing my recordings and all that other kind of stuff. So um, it's interesting. Interesting. There is I've really realized that there are a number of things that are open-minded, free-flowing, all that other kind of stuff. I'm really not. There's some things that bother me that just kind of I've just kind of ignored. You know, I think it came up with when we talked about unconditional. Um, there is this. I act as if things don't have conditions. I just ignored the conditions that I have, and then I'm pissed off that I ignored them. Right? So um, really getting to a place where um, if I have conditions, if I have things that I'm concerned about, just speaking about it. And I think that's what's coming up, in the different pains throughout my body. It's like seeing pain as energy and just kind of releasing it, allowing it to release. Um, yeah, my conversation yesterday about magic, what that was good too. I really enjoyed that conversation. It was a wide ranging and grounded conversation, which was great. Because sometimes when you think of magic, it's not grounded at all. you know, we talked about the woo or the woo woo. I really don't know. If anybody knows where that term comes from, I would love because I'm fascinated by by that. Um, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. I feel interesting in the sense that I feel that I'm going to be um, present in it. And good morning, Melissa. I know this has been a busy week. Melissa, I will say this. Um, your 2 o'clock reading your your book and sharing that, it's amazing. Um, it's it's fascinating. It brings the book alive. Um, I have we have your book on our coffee table. Um, there's a lot of things out of place in our life right now because of the move, but your book is front and center. Um, to kind of just look at that. So yeah, so I just want to commend you on doing that. Um, I there is a level of, for me, because I have so many conversations. It feels like I have so many conversations, and I have to set up a conversation for tonight because today is Thursday. We have healing conversations tonight at 7 p.m. So so yeah, it'll be interesting what we talk about, what our healing conversations will be about tonight. So we have one word conversations that will be, the word is zest, and healing conversations will be interesting what shows up. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but I think it's just um, so calming and relaxing, type of thing. It's like the more that we're able to just kind of take it in, I think that's what today feels like. To be purposeful, to have actions and beings be of purpose, um, having a level of gratitude or sharing a level of gratitude, and just be okay with yourself. Be you, do you, for you. You know, just kind of embrace that. Embrace it. Um, yeah, I when I'm not on my computer, I can't see. Um, I basically, I choose not to go in close. So it's because I would have to go very close into the camera, and the eyeballs, that'll be close to the camera, where everything is, where the camera is, and where the words are. That's where my eye would be, and so I will read the comments later. The Yeah. So how is today showing up? I think when there's like everything about, I'm at a place today that every card that I pick, it lands with me. It feels like me. It feels there's a latitude. There is a space of being grateful. There's a space of really owning purpose, um, and just be able to do that. So so yeah, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun um, to do today. Um, hmm. The I'm still I'm still trying to be confident. I don't know. I don't know if there's a desire for me to do my morning meditation instead of reflection, on this show, and so the guided meditation of the music and um, the breathing. Be interesting how that goes. Um, so yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. There's this time to just kind of sit with and be with how it's showing up. If I'm willing to do that on camera, or if that's something that's just going to be an audio thing, I don't know. I'll just share it later. Um, and there is, I noticed something the other day um, because I've been doing all this speaking. Um, there's a couple writings that I wanted to do, or that I said I was going to do, that I haven't done or posted, because it's like, you know what? I've talked about it. It's out of my system. I don't I don't want to now feel like, um, because there's a reality that there's definitely, I don't want to say fights, but there are certain things that I feel like, and maybe this is showing up for you, that it doesn't need your attention because it's not a part of your intention, right? My intention is always, not always, is to be is to be seen as, um, a light, a beacon. I had someone say that the other day, I think within a conversation. To be a beacon, show up as a beacon, um, and sometimes it's like I got this image of, um, a lighthouse. It's like, the lighthouse, is designed to, um, have you, have boats have passageway safely, so they don't hit the island or the shore. Um, and just imagine, um, the person in the lighthouse seeing the ship coming in and going, hmm, I don't like what that ship is doing, so I'm going to turn off my lights. And, whatever happens, happen. The boat may crash or not. And I don't want to show up that way on social media. I don't want to, um, show up as, turning off my light so people can just kind of, you know, um, I don't know. Uh, so there is something, a word that came up for me right now is just safe passage. Safe passage. What does that mean? I'm trying to embrace that. But I want to show up in this conversation and in other conversations that I have as a safe passage. You know, it's kind of funny because, um, there are terms that are on social media like trolling, right? And a troll, um, doesn't give people safe passage, right? It's like, um, was that the Billy Goat and the Troll? I think that was a story when I was a kid. Hopefully, I'm not misremembering that. But there is, it's like the goat or the goats or something, like just trying to go over the damn bridge, right? And the troll underneath the bridge just said, "Nah, no, you're not gonna. We're not doing that today. Just go back where you come from." Maybe I'll look at that and kind of see that as an adult. Um, uh, read that story and see. Um, but yeah, I'm not under the bridge. I'm like on top of the bridge. I am the bridge, to be honest. I am the bridge. So, huh, because I see myself as a bridge, safe passage. It's very interesting. I don't know if you're following this stream of thoughts here. um, but yeah, feeling that there are people that needs to have passage. So I'm going to look up passage because I don't use that all the time. Um, and safe comes up a lot within my conversations, and can go from there. Um, yeah, and yeah, so I want to. It is so easy. It is so easy to not be yourself. I find it so easy, and it's not hard to be yourself, but it's so easy not to be yourself. So I'm trying to balance that. How am I willing um, to stay myself when it's so easy to not be myself? There's this song, this Cat Stevens song, or I forget his name, his new Muslim name, and it's not out of disrespect for that, and I try to honor. Um, um, but I think the song is "Sing Out." You know, I don't know if you know that song, but within that song, you know, there's a line. It's like, "There's a million things we can be, um, but be yourself, right? You know, if you want to be you, be you. If you want to be me, be me. There's a million things you can be, you know, and you just decide. And I think that's something that I'm embracing. There is there is that. Um, so safe passage. I'm going to be looking up that. I'll probably share something on being a bridge because I am a bridge. I am. Thank you, Melissa. I will continue to do that and not get caught in troll-like activities, right? Because it's in some cases it's very easy to be a troll too, um, especially online. So yeah. So as this day continues, it is my prayer. It is my prayer um, that we be purpose, that we are purpose, that we find opportunities to show gratitude and be grateful. I think this is a B day. We're going to be purpose and we're going to be grateful because we're going to be you, do you, for you. Um, I don't know if we can do it with zest. That's the word for the day on One Word Conversation. But zest. See how zest shows up for you today. See how that lands. I would love for you to join me within that conversation at 11 a.m. And come back at 7 p.m. for the healing conversations. Um, I don't know what needs to be healing. Usually we pick a card and we roll with it. We see, trust the intuition. I really, the one thing that I really, I guess, grief and loss, feeling of that. I have a memorial service that I'm going to on Sunday, and yeah, so yeah, because of that, I will I'll talk to my guests on to see if how we're going to do our show on Sunday because I'll be traveling down to the deep, dark spaces of Georgia. So we'll see how their AT&T reception is down there. So Um, yeah. Uh, I might, there's a consideration, I might do the show later, maybe an hour later, maybe 12. We'll talk. We'll talk. We'll see that. But yeah, as I take and acknowledge the fears and the disappointments of my past, um, and acknowledge the hopes and the anxiety of my future, it is my prayer, because I bring them together, I become present. It is my prayer that we have a happy today. Take a breath. Oh, there was something that came up yesterday. I don't know if it came up within the conversation of magic or not. Um, but there is times when I take in a breath, I take in a lot of resentment and all that other kind of stuff, and then I exhale it, and I really, um, maybe it came up in my treatment, because I went to therapy yesterday. But yeah, there are sometimes depending on what environment that we're in, our breath should be shallow. Don't take a deep breath um, if you're not in a good environment. Take a breath, but not a deep breath, because I noticed I got an image that there's a deep breath in a painful, difficult environment that will cause harm, especially if you don't get it all out. So um, I don't know if that's scientifically, but I felt it. I felt it clearly. So uh, I am going to do things to kind of open up my sinuses so I don't sound like a frog or, or something of that nature. I don't know what I sound like. Definitely, it's in my head, and just kind of go from there. Um, so, blessings, my friends. See you at 11 today. Have a wonderful rest of your morning.